What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. It's Luke Juice, and in today's video I'm going to be showcasing a build for the Doctor that is pretty popular, I would say, in the Dead by Daylight community. I think that when people think of Doctor, the first thing that comes to mind is probably Impossible Skill Check Doctor. Well, that's what we're going to be playing today, but with a few changes. I wanted to make a couple adjustments because I think that normal skill check Doctor is cool and all, but it's been done a lot, so I want to see if we could adapt to a more unique playstyle. Our first perk, we're running Hex Huntress Lullaby. This is going to make it so that survivors receive a 6% regression penalty when missing a skill check, when healing or repairing, which is really useful. And every time we hook someone, it's going to have the following effects. So basically our 1 through 4 hooks is going to make it so that the skill check warning sound and skill check time frame becomes shorter, which is great. And then at 5 tokens, there's no skill check warning. So every time you are basically performing a skill check, before it you hear a little sound, and if this is at 5 or more tokens, that sound will not happen, which means some survivors are going to get caught off guard, and that's going to mean that they're going to fail their skill check and regress whatever they're trying to do. Our next perk is Merciless Storm. This is our one kind of slowdown thing besides Huntress Lullaby, and it's really useful because when everyone is in madness and they're having a hard time doing skill checks and there is a gen that you just are not paying attention to, this is going to trigger, and as long as they miss a skill check, it's basically going to block that generator, which is really great. Next, we're running a Nurse's Calling. This is going to make it so that we can see the auras of survivors who are healing within 28-meter range. This is very useful, especially when we pair it with Chlorobophobia. This perk is honestly not amazing in the vast majority of games, but in this specific instance, the fact that there is a 50% penalty to healing progression speed and skill checks move 50% faster is just completely perfect for a build on Doctor. It compromises him really well, and so with these two perks, basically what we can do is we can see where they are, and we can use our Static Blast or Static Shock, and with that we're able to interrupt their healing, hopefully make them fail a skill check or two while they're in our terror radius, and from there we're just able to keep survivors consistently injured and get downs a lot quicker. For our two add-ons, we're running Calm. This is a add-on that's going to make it so that our terror radius is basically increased by 8 meters when our Static Blast is ready, and decreased by 8 meters when it is not ready. And on top of that, also makes it so that depending on what madness level survivors have, they hear a kind of distant terror radius. So this keeps some people on their toes and makes it so that when they hear a terror radius, they're not going to immediately start pre-running, which can be good. But the one thing that is really cool about this is it just makes it so that Static Blast is a lot easier to use, and it hits a lot more survivors usually. And for our more unique kind of take on the build, it's going to be Iridescent Queen. This add-on is basically never used, but it's not horrible, so I want to try it out. Basically what it does is if you shock a survivor, they get a lingering static charge, which does the following. If that survivor is within 4 meters of another survivor, then they basically transfer that shock that they've been given to that survivor, and that survivor also gets shocked. So the cool thing you can do with this is it kind of makes it so that if 2 survivors are healing, for example, and a survivor walks by to try and help heal, all of a sudden it's going to interrupt the healing and tell me where they are. And also this works with generators, this works with a lot of stuff. So overall, this build is really fun. I do think that there are still ways to make Doctor even more powerful, so look out in the future for videos, because I'm going to be trying to make the Doctor even more powerful. But without further ado, let's get into the video. I hope you guys enjoy. If you did, smack that like button and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into the Doctor games. Okay, here we go. Doctor on Swamp. We're running a slight deviation to the classic skill check Doctor. Get 3 survivors with that static shock. Trying to get... What? Might be able to end chase now. Let's kick this. Yeah, let's use static blast. No missed skill checks yet. Nice. Lullaby. She's probably exposed there. Go ahead and like this. Back on this gen. Nice. There is Merciless Storm. I guess we're getting good injury value. The generator first. So the goal is to get everyone injured. There we go. We got this Kate down too. We want to get everyone injured and then make it very hard for people to heal. So it's kind of the goal. This Kate did DC actually. We have a third charge to Punch's Lullaby. No gens have been completed. Nice. Survivors are even more disincentivized to heal. Because if they do, then they'll basically just interrupt. Someone will interrupt their healing by walking by them. Okay, let's make sure this is still regressing. This is going pretty well so far. Nice. Just kick this. Let's kick this. Okay, they completed the first gem. We want people preferably to stay in madness for as long as possible. Nice, that was value because she's hearing a constant tear radius. So that was great. She just did not turn her camera. So we were able to get that. 4, oh, we can see the healing going on here. 4 tokens already on Punch's Lullaby. Wow, okay. Lock down the Kate, I guess. Hello, Leon. Nice. Okay, so we can just go over here. Static Blast. Wait, what? Oh, she went this way. Let's hit this Leon. Nice. Okay, we're gonna play Shaq here. Whoa, okay. Interesting. Nice. Halfway through the hook states. Good amount of people are death hook. Someone's over here. It's the Kate. I don't know why. I mean, I don't know if anyone else has noticed this, but I don't know why the bots keep teabagging. Like, I don't know if they made them do that to try and make them, like, seem more like a normal player, but it just looks really weird. Okay, let's kill this Kate real quick. We're on death hook. Okay. This Sable gave up, I guess. We are all 5 stacks of Punch's Lullaby. We all given up. You've all given up to the doctor. He could get a couple buffs, but I feel that he's a little bit underrated power level wise. Like, I know people take him as a meme, but I think he's actually decently strong. Alright, Leon. I'm sorry. It's the doctor's orders. Let's go ahead and go into the next match. Okay, here we go. Impossible skill check doctor with a twist on Midwich, which is amazing. Midwich is Doctor's best map. Get all 4 survivors with 1 shock. We're gonna kick this real quick. So this is kind of... Oh, hello. This is kind of best case scenario for us. It's great. Just gonna vault. Get that down, nice. Hopefully use Static Blast. Let's do that. Let's see who's around here. Just him, okay. Nice. He's full madness already. Perfect. See him healing right there with a med kit. So maybe we can interrupt the heal, probably not. Nice. The battle cards all the way over here too. What's up, buddy? Let's give you a shock. There we go. There's that transferred shock. You can actually now go for this Rebecca. She is lithe. We could see there Alucard actually walked past her. She got shocked, which is really cool. Oh, you messed that up. You messed that up. I don't know why you're greeting that. Let's pop Static Blast. All 3 survivors. Run back. Yes. What's you? Someone's up here. Yeah. They just missed a skill check too. Perfect. On the healing, so we can actually... Nice. Get this Nicolas Cage down. Like this. What is going on with this Claudette? She's laggy. Okay. Everyone's screaming. Nice. Think we interrupted the healing here. I can't tell though. Someone's still injured. Okay, someone's over here. It is the Claudette. Nice. Okay, this Nicolas Cage is not being saved. Constantly screaming. We get all 5 stacks of Punch's Lullaby. So now skill checks are officially impossible. Let's hit this Alucard. He just juked me out? Yes, he did. Nice. Let's go and pick you up. And see Nicolas Cage over here. I think that was only him though. I know he's on this gen. Whoa. That was weird. Someone's also over here. The God Pellet right here. Okay, let's see if they go for unhook. Maybe. Nope. Okay. Alucard is dead. Nice. Okay. Yeah, they are just not having a good time. Another missed skill check. We can go over here. Static shock. See, someone's over here. She has lithe. I don't think she makes anything though. Oh, she does make that. Well, okay. You're over here, wow. Okay. We're able to find it somewhere. It's not over here. See if she goes for the save. She is not. All the way over here. Full madness. So she's gonna keep screaming. Moving fast. Oh no. Oh my god, no way. Okay, well there you have it. We're going Mori her, and there you go. There's the impossible skill check doctor. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, smack that like button and subscribe. If you have any recommendations for builds or anything else, comment them down below. And without further ado, it's been Loop Juice. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.